Nithyanandam, with all auspicious blessings of my Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, I welcome you all with a lot of love and respects to this video. In my previous video, I had shared how Sahaja Samadhi, the state of Sahaja Samadhi, is the space from where Swamiji makes decisions for everything related to Kailasa and humanity. And Swamiji has been teaching us all step by step how we can experience and radiate this state of Sahaja Samadhi. In this video, I would like to share one such simple technique which any one of us can do at any point of time. You all must be wondering, how can it be so simple? All of us know these kind of spaces and samadhis can only be experienced if you do intense tapas. And as for what we've heard, intense tapas either in some deep forest or in the icy ranges of the Himalayas. Or you have to be extremely spiritual, extremely devoted, where you are always praying, offering rituals. But Swamiji's tapas, through his incarnation, and in this incarnation is the way he has repackaged these techniques to make it user-friendly for today's human beings, today's mankind. By the word today, what do I mean by that? It's a modern man. The modern man's mind itself is not the way it used to be few years ago, few centuries ago. Today, the moment we wake up, we watch our Facebooks, we see our Twitters, we see what's happening outside in the world, we're trying to catch up with the global news, with this whole concept of the world becoming a global village in the palm of our hands. We're always constantly trying to keep up with the latest trends, either in politics, geopolitics, fashion, everything across the world, because we want to know everything. And there's also a kind of a peer pressure that if you don't know something, you might be left out. You may not be able to contribute to conversations. And also there are people who may be staying at home, but for them also their idea and the world is not about interanalyzing. It is not about how they can be a better person through following these techniques. They always look for outer solutions, which will never ever give them a permanent solution. Either if people are depressed today, or if they want some kind of a diversion to take their mind off some stressful topic, or whether it's a job interview, or taking care of the elderly parents, or taking care of your children, the first thing we all do is watch a movie, watch a serial, watch something that is hilarious. So even for the momentary relief, we look for something outside, or even go for window shopping, or just sit in the room and look at the door, or look at the ceiling, hoping something will come from outside to make you feel better. This is the mind of today's man. He does not want to delve into himself to see why he's behaving the way he's behaving and how he can change it, and also understand it's never too late. Every moment of your life is a moment for you to make a better quality of your life. Now, this is how the man's consciousness has become so low that we are even afraid to look into ourselves and even assess the reality that we are the lowest above consciousness. For whatever reasons, we may be afraid to face the reality because of the emotions it gives us into, the suffering it gives us into, so we avoid that. But avoiding that causes more suffering. But we don't think like that. We think, oh, if we avoid it, if we forget it, then we don't have to attend to it and there is no suffering. And that's when we start going to drugs, addiction, liquor, women, men, whatever, different kinds of addictions people get into. Why do you all think this is the state of man today? Or did you all think this is how man's mind is always? Surely not. This consciousness of man, the way we have evolved over the last centuries, has been more of a victimhood mentality that has been taught to us repeatedly by certain agendas, I would say. I will not even say people, but it's more like an agenda where we are told we are not too good, but we can be better. And that is why Swamiji had to incarnate on this earth. Before we become so low, we lose our very identity, our very consciousness, and even begin to understand that having fear, anxiety, stress, depression is not a norm. It is not a norm. It was never a norm. And when Swamiji landed on this earth, now the problem happens is, how does he teach us these teachings and how does he make it applicable to us so we use it in our lives? How can he make it into our hands, into our Facebooks? Not just his presence, but his techniques have to be that simple and easy. And the way he has us practice them has to be equally easier, or even easier if possible. Only then we will start looking in to evolve, to have a conscious explosion and expansion. Even for you to understand what your possibilities are, you first need to look in and understand who you are, what you are, is not what you think who you are. You are much more than that. So when Swamiji incarnated on this planet Earth in 1979, his whole first 12 to 15 years he spent on relearning how to teach us and repackaging it to us in a way common man can understand. Otherwise, as all of us are thinking, oh, these great samadhi experiences is only possible if I leave my work, stay away from work, just sit at home, have a good, sit in a peaceful corner, practice meditation day in and day out. Only then I will experience some state of samadhi. Swamiji broke that myth. Swamiji broke that by making it so easy that even when you're going in a bus or you're going in a scooter or you're eating your food, you can just simply become aware and conscious. Now, what is this technique that Swamiji has taught or Swamiji has revealed? He's made it so easy for us to practice and experience the space and state of Sahaja Samadhi. Around 6 years ago, I just have to narrate this story here because the way Swamiji teaches is something I think every student of life has to experience. Around 6 years ago, in a morning satsang, Swamiji revealed about the Kena Upanishads. In that, he had told all of us, that is all our monastic members, to chant the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 slokas. And he just didn't tell us to chant. He chanted and made us repeat it. Because he knows if he tells us, we will not do and we'll say, oh, we did it. So instead, Bhagavan himself sat and he chanted. It's not that he doesn't know or he was trying to show that he knows. But when he chants, all of us will be forced to repeat it. And it will stay in our memory. So that's when Swamiji chanted each sloka and taught us. In that he tells beautifully. The way Swamiji describes is so enticing and so exciting that any of us will just want to practice it day in and day out. It's simple. Would you want to know more about it? I'm going to add the link for you to hear it, experience it, and practice it by hearing it directly from Swamiji. I will just tell one sentence. He says, see who's inside of you, who's operating you, and making you see what is outside of you and see who's showing you what is outside of you. He describes in that video, or he reveals in the video so beautifully. Imagine you're sitting and watching a beautiful sunset. There are some beautiful mountains. There is a serene lake in front of the mountain, and there is a beautiful sunset settling down. When you're watching that, now see who is inside of you seeing that vision and who is showing you that vision. To connect more, to understand more, to practice more, just watch this one link I'm adding below and practice it. It is simple. Every day, even when you're traveling, when you're reading, you're eating, just take a moment to see who is the me who's reading this book, who is showing me the book, who's the me, who's inside of me who's traveling, who's the I, who's traveling in this bus or a train or a car, and who's showing me the I in front of me. As I said, don't miss the link I'm adding below so you can watch this video, learn, practice. Any day, anytime, anywhere. But for deeper experiences of these spaces and states of either Sahaja Samadhi or Navakanda Yoga Samadhi or Nirvikalpa Samadhi, I recommend that you attend the Paramashiva program. It's a 21-day free program. It is actually valued at $21,000, but for this Chaturmasya, we are offering it free under the guidance and as per the vision of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. This program is being offered free so that during these 4 months of Chaturmasya, each and every individual has an opportunity, has a space, and experience the ecosystem without having to feel any kind of financial or economic constraints. Take time to invest in yourself. All these teachings and techniques don't just help you experience your higher consciousness. It is how you lead your everyday life, how you deal conflicts with your friends, how you deal in your conflicting relationship with your partners. And if there's no conflict, be assured it will lead to a much more fruitful life, much more understanding life, much more richer life, where your life will be filled and rich with people who love you, because you will be radiating that love, the love that Swamiji radiates and expresses and has the experience through these digital programs. Log in to experience on any one of our platforms. It's available free on Facebook and on YouTube on the SBI channels. Do not miss this opportunity to invest time in yourself. Invest the time for you to manifest the life you want. I'm going to add the link of Paramashiva registration forms below. Take a moment to log in, register, experience it. If you need anything else and you have any other concerns and you have any questions related to Hinduism, to SPH, to Kailasa, please post it here and I'll be more than happy to interact with you and relate to you and respond to these questions. And as per Swamiji's vision, Kailasa is here to provide spiritual solutions to every human being on this planet Earth. And you must be wondering, oh my God, that's such a huge task. It's a magnanimous task. Yes, it is. And we are excited by it. Do you want to be a part of us and be part of this whole revival of a humanitarian services that is going to be infinite become part of Kailasa. Register as e-citizen and let's start working together to make this world a much better place to live in than what it is already. You are all already experiencing artificial intelligence through AI and chatbots. Now experience cosmic intelligence by being part of Kailasa and experiencing the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Don't miss this out. Life and opportunities never come again. Waiting to see you as our e-citizen or in any one of our programs. Thank you for watching. Nithyananda.